In the last 10, 20 years, the skyline of Los Angeles has changed significantly, mostly with luxury housing, with more investments in the built environment, from new schools to new police stations to the light rail. There's definitely been a more aggressive position to growth and sustainability.
I know that it is one of the least affordable rental markets in the U.S. Poor people in LA, who are in LA County even, who are, paying far more than 33% of their monthly income in rent. That means it's unaffordable.
Cuando en los 90 empiezan el proceso de demolición de los proyectos, es cuando nosotros creemos que empieza el proceso de aburguesamiento. Y también sabemos que esto también es una táctica de los bancos y de las ciudades de realmente devaluar ciudades, de que estén tan devaluadas que cuando ellos vengan e inviertan puedan dobletear o cuatriplear el costo del costo de la tierra.
Conventionally, gentrification is understood as the movement of higher income households moving into a neighborhood composed of lower income households, combining to change the overall flavor of the neighborhood, right? Or the character of the neighborhood.
To the extent that gentrification means the displacement of existing residents from their neighborhoods and the incursion of sort of new outside capital and all the sort of attendant things that brings with it.
Like the rail line, that could be like infrastructure. Coffee shops, like something more symbolic, like as a cultural amenity, right? And then policing, like as a more of a state. The state as a role, like in controlling the community to make it more attractive, right? So all these things make the neighborhood more attractive, more safe, right? But the argument is that safe for who?
Y hay negocios que están cerrados porque ya no les interesa reabrir. Están esperando una buena oportunidad de inversionistas para doblar sus ganancias.
Neighborhoods like Boyle Heights of having very little to no investment from the public and even private, like banks. It was very hard to get banks to make loans to people in these neighborhoods, to what felt like an all of a sudden injection of resources, that then the question for us became like, okay, who is this going to benefit at this speed, and what are the protections to ensure that the residents who fought for these investments, because the investments with the light rail and the schools and even the housing that we've built, that was a direct result of residents organizing and advocating for that for decades. So then the question became like, who's going to benefit from this? The people who invested their lives when nobody else would invest money, or the people who just all of a sudden were like, oh, let's put money into Boyle Heights?
Personally, I don't use the word gentrification. I call it community displacement. Okay. And the community displacement has been confronted in Boyle Heights. It has been confronted by who? By the community. And the businesses are part of the community. And we've been telling to the community that we would like to create a symbiotic relationship.
Muchos de los dueños sí son residentes de esta comunidad. Están siempre participando con la comunidad en un proceso de diálogo con la comunidad.
In my research, I mean, a lot of the residents continue to express those changes. And it's simple things. It's simple things as like your neighbor not saying hi anymore, that there's increased police presence following you as a longtime resident, following you, not the other person, right? Not the newcomer, right? And so it's just like the basic. One of the main complaints is like they don't ni te saludan, like no te saludan, and that is so offensive to them.
Nada tenemos en contra de los lugares de arte, ni contra el desarrollo, ni nada de eso. Pero te digo, a mí me interesa no ver un cuadro de X persona. Para eso hay museos, para ir a ver los grandes pintores. Yo prefiero tener un techo.
No galerías. Las galerías se tienen que ir donde hay dinero, no donde hay la gente pobre. Que no se aprovechen de nuestros terrenos.
That they've been struggling every day to make their community a better place. Make it a better place for people like myself, right, who was born and raised in Boyle Heights. And so fast forward 2 years after that realization, right, we're standing in front of 356 Mission and we're celebrating the departure of not just one gallery, but this is the second gallery to pack up their shit from Boyle Heights and understand that they're not wanted here, they're not needed here, they're actually destroying the neighborhood.
The art galleries are one of those symbols and symptoms of gentrification. For us at East LA Community Corporation, that industrial land where the art galleries are located, for us is a really important land use to be able to continue to have jobs that focus, that are accessible to local residents. And if that land is transitioned to more art galleries or other uses, then we lose the opportunity for jobs for local residents.
Art galleries function as these cultural spaces, but they're not just floating. Like they come with a lot of capital, and the money that they invest in particular storefronts sort of creates a gravitational pull in a way, where it attracts other art galleries and other high-end uses of these spaces, right? And so that leads to displacement of the working class.